C. On slide 43, we discussed it. Okay, we're nearing the end here, guys. Question 21. When evaluating two investment alternatives, an investor must consider the stated annual interest rate as well as the number of compounding periods. Why? The answer is A, because as the number of compounding periods increases, the effective annual rate increases over and above the stated annual interest rate. Slide 12, we talked about that. So yeah, we're repeating the questions a little, but you won't forget it. Jason's financial advisor recommends investing 100 shares of a preferred stock. Preferred stock, what do we think of right away? Perpetuity. Very good. Okay, so 100 shares of preferred stock that pays a 12% annual dividend. Jason could earn 8% in a similar investment. So what's the present value of the preferred stock? Again, the key words here, present value, preferred stock. You want a perpetuity. The present value of a perpetuity, that's simply A divided by R. A in this case is $12, R is 0.08, gives us 150 bucks. The answer is D, slide 41, we talked about it. Okay, 23. Robert has borrowed $5 grand for 6 months at an interest rate of 6%, simple interest per year. Okay, remember the difference between simple interest and compound interest. Simple interest means it's the interest based on a principal that doesn't change. Compounding means that every year, the amount that you earn gets added into the principal. So the next period, the amount of interest is times the principal plus the previously earned interest. But what is the unique thing about a one-year investment? It's simple interest, but it's also compound interest. All right, a 1 year can never be compounded unless it's multiple periods. Unless you get it more than once a year. Okay, so anyway, $5,000 for 6 months with an annual 6% simple interest rate. At the end of 6 months, the amount Bob needs to pay off you have to take the interest rate and divide it by 2. So you take your present value of $5 grand, divide it by 1.03, and it gives you 5,150. Okay, so that's slide 5. The answer is C. Okay, because the annual interest rate is 6%. He wants to know what it is after 6 months. Okay, all right. And next question, 24. Lori plans to deposit $2,000 at the end of each of the next 10 years. Okay, and again, what is that telling you? If it's $2,000 at the same amount a year for 10 years, that's an annuity, correct? So be immediately thinking that you trigger in your mind, we're talking about an annuity. So she puts it in a college savings account for her daughter. The guaranteed interest rate is 7%. What is the value of the account at the end of 10 years? Because you want to know what it is at the end of 10 years, it's a future value formula. So I'm taking the future value of an annuity formula, which is this beautiful formula, and I take the $2,000, multiply it by the rest of the half of that, gives me $27,649. Again, rounding is different than what they use. They got $27,633. So just keep that in mind. Don't be upset if you don't find your exact number on the exam. Okay, last question. We saved the best for last. Okay. 1 year ago, Stan borrowed $10,000 from Susan and agreed to pay the entire amount back today. However, Stan told Susan that he was short of the money and offered to pay her $5,000 immediately and then $5,500 1 year from today. If Susan if her rate of return requirement is 8%,